possessed or psychotic. The most disturbing cases of demonic possession. Throughout history, chilling stories of demonic possession have captivated and terrified people. Are these cases proof of supernatural forces at work, or is there a darker explanation rooted in psychology and mental illness? From violent exorcisms to bizarre behaviors that defy medical reasoning, this video uncovers the most disturbing cases of alleged demonic possession, cases so terrifying that even skeptics struggle to explain them. Chilling case of Anneliese Michel. One of the most infamous possession cases in history is that of Anneliese Michel, a young German woman whose story inspired the horror film The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Born in 1952, Anneliese was raised in a strict Catholic household. She was a quiet religious girl until the day everything changed. At the age of 16, she began experiencing strange seizures, hearing voices, and seeing disturbing visions of demonic faces. Doctors diagnosed her with epilepsy and depression, but the medications did little to help. Her condition worsened. Anneliese would go into violent fits, speaking in guttural voices, screaming blasphemies, and refusing to eat. She claimed to be possessed by multiple demons, including Lucifer, Nero, Judas Iscariot, and Hitler. After years of unsuccessful medical treatments, her parents turned to the church for help. Two priests, convinced that she was under demonic control, performed 67 exorcisms over 10 months. During these grueling sessions, she would bark like a dog, speak languages she had never learned, and contort her body in unnatural ways. In 1976, Anneliese died of malnutrition and dehydration, weighing only 68 pounds. Her parents and the priests were later convicted of negligent homicide, as they had refused to seek medical help. But to this day, some believe Anneliese was truly possessed, while others argue she suffered from an undiagnosed mental illness. The Haunting of Roland Doe, the true story behind The Exorcist. The 1973 horror film The Exorcist was inspired by the real-life possession of Roland Doe, a young boy from Maryland. In 1949, strange occurrences began plaguing Roland's home. Furniture moved by itself, scratching noises echoed through the walls, and objects levitated in midair. At first, his parents believed it was a poltergeist, but soon Roland's behavior took a terrifying turn. He would speak in deep, unnatural voices, curse at his family, and exhibit superhuman strength. Terrified, his parents sought help from the Catholic Church. A series of exorcisms were performed by a team of priests. Witnesses reported seeing words like hell and evil appearing on Roland's skin as if scratched by unseen claws. The exorcisms lasted for several weeks. It was reported that at the final session, Roland let out a blood-curdling scream before suddenly going still. He later claimed that he saw a vision of Saint Michael the Archangel defeating the demon. After that night, the disturbances stopped, and Roland returned to a normal life. Was he truly possessed, or was it the product of psychological trauma? Truth remains a chilling mystery. Clara Germana Seal, the possession of a 16-year-old girl. In 1906, in South Africa, Clara Germana Seal, a 16-year-old girl, was said to have been possessed after making a pact with the devil. According to reports, she suddenly developed the ability to understand and speak languages she had never studied, including Latin, German, and Polish. She displayed inhuman strength, throwing grown men across the room, and had an unnatural aversion to religious objects. Witnesses claimed she could levitate up to 5 feet off the ground, her body contorting in unnatural ways. Nuns and priests reported hearing horrific growls coming from her, and her eyes were described as filled with pure evil. Through a 2-day exorcism, Clara collapsed, screaming that the demon had left her. She later had no memory of what had happened. The terrifying case of Arne Cheyenne Johnson, The Devil Made Me Do It. This case is so shocking that it became the inspiration for The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. In 1981, in Brookfield, Connecticut, Arne Cheyenne Johnson was accused of murdering his landlord, Alan Bono. But Johnson's defense was unlike anything the courtroom had ever heard. He claimed he was possessed by a demon. It all began when Johnson's girlfriend's younger brother, 11-year-old David Glatzel, began experiencing paranormal activity. The boy spoke of an old man who threatened to take his soul. Soon, his behavior became erratic and violent. David's family sought help from Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famous paranormal investigators. The Warrens believed David was possessed by multiple demons and performed an exorcism. During the ritual, Cheyenne Johnson challenged the demons, demanding they take him instead. Shortly afterward, his behavior changed drastically. He would slip into violent trances and claim he had no memory of them. A few weeks later, in a fit of rage, he stabbed Alan Bono to death. Johnson's lawyers argued in court that he was possessed at the time of the murder, marking the first known case in U.S. history where demonic possession was used as a legal defense. Was it mental illness, a desperate excuse, or was Johnson truly under the control of an evil entity? Possession or mental illness? The debate continues. Cases of alleged demonic possession continue to be reported around the world. But are these terrifying encounters proof of supernatural forces, or could they be explained by modern psychology? Many skeptics argue that severe mental illnesses such as schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder or epilepsy could explain symptoms of possession. Hearing voices, violent outbursts, speaking in different personalities, and contorted body movements are all common in mental illness. However, others believe that the sheer number of cases, the unexplainable phenomena, and the eerie similarities across different cultures suggest something more sinister at play. Even today, exorcisms are performed worldwide, with the Vatican training priests to battle demonic forces. Whether real or imagined, possession cases continue to terrify and fascinate people across the globe. Final thoughts: are demons real? The stories of Anneliese Michel, Roland Doe, Clara Germana Seal, and Cheyenne Johnson remain some of the most disturbing and mysterious cases of possession ever recorded. Whether these individuals were truly possessed or victims of undiagnosed psychological conditions remains an open question. But one thing is certain: these terrifying tales will haunt us forever. Do you believe in demonic possession? Have you ever experienced something that defies explanation? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to Dark Truth Daily for more terrifying mysteries. Bell turn on notifications so you never miss a chilling new video.